Hilda is an animated streaming television series based on the graphic novel series of the same name by Luke Pearson. Produced by Silvergate Media and Mercury Filmworks. The series centers around an 11-year-old of the same name of the series that grew up in the on-the-edge woods in a cabin near Trolberg with her mother Johanna. Hilda is adventurous and loves to explore the unknown lands with her pet deerfox Twig. Providing that she is a sparrow scout, she knows what she is doing, but it makes her mother worry about her getting into danger and not telling her where she's going and what she's doing. And because of that, Johanna moved the family from living in solitude in the wilderness to the city to make Hilda have a more conventional upbringing with access to school and friends. That is something Hilda isn't used to, so of course at first she didn't like it, but eventually she started to adapt to the city life, make friends, become street smart, learn how to ride bike, and enroll in school. Hilda's two best friends are Frida and David, the former being a fellow sparrow scout, a witch in training, and one of the top students in the school. That has good organization skills. And the latter is also a sparrow scout, and is insecure, easily frightened, loves collecting rocks, and has a phobia of insects. Hilda is also seen accompanied by an elf who journeys with Hilda to Trolberg to learn about life in the city. The creator of the book that the series is based upon is Luke Pearson. He has history working in the animation industry before, working as a storyboard artist on several Adventure Time episodes. Pearson has had thoughts of how his character Hilda could work in animation before he even started working on the first book for Hilda, but he never seriously considered an animated adaptation of the books. Before Silvergate, the company that he'd eventually work with, Pearson had been approached by several production companies interested in making a Hilda adaptation. However, Pearson agreed to none of the proposal made, feeling that proposals skewed the idea of what the Hilda series is supposed to be, and that they felt off, only leaving the outer shell of the idea and changing other fundamental things. The producer of Silvergate, Kurt Mueller, found the first book in the Hilda series called Hildafolk at an indie bookstore in Brooklyn, New York. Producers at Silvergate loved the book, and were interested in adapting it into an animated series. Silvergate then emailed Pearson with a proposal for a Hilda animated series. And I have to say the proposal pitch was really thought out to make sure that Pearson liked it. The proposal pitch was decked as a book from Hilda's satchel in Hilda and the Bird Parade, with a Trolberg library card and a small elf letter inside, and a wooden USB stick that contained the actual pitch. Pearson liked the proposal and they started working on something together. Both Pearson and Silvergate wanted to build upon the original books whilst not stray away from the general feel that the series had. With Pearson not wanting the show to feel too TV and formulaic. Pearson and Silvergate created a pitch bible with help from head writer Stephanie Simpson. They fleshed out some elements from the books. Hilda's best friends David and Frida are two characters that were worked on to have a more prominent role in the series, in contrast to them being minor characters that appeared in The Black Hound. They then used the pitch bible that they made to show to different television companies. One of those was Netflix, who picked up and greenlit the series in 2016. On June 15, 2016, it was announced in The New Yorker that Netflix was working on a 12-episode animated series based on the first 4 books, scheduled to be released in 2018. Pearson also went on the Nobro Press blog site on June 21, 2016, to announce that Hilda will be given an animated series, with Pearson stating that, apart from working on a new book, he's been working with Silvergate on an animated series for Hilda. He made it known that he's very excited about what is happening, and that he believe that it is in good hands. And that he's looking forward to sharing the result in a couple of years' time. During production they'd make a 1.5-minute animation as a test to figure out how the show would move and look. They experimented with many art styles and designs to see what they prefer and would be best for the adaptation. Atomic Cartoons was also involved in the animation process of the series. They were involved in the making of 8 of the show's episodes. Pearson was the one who mainly made the initially sketches for the background characters, and Mercury Filmworks, an animation studio known for working on various animated Disney television shows, would come up with the final design of the characters. Some characters were given eyes as to help make characters like David better blend into the style of the show. Both the show, as well as the book series, are heavily inspired by Scandinavian folklore, with Scandinavian folklore illustrations of the traditional beliefs of the northern peoples, written by William Alexander Craigie, playing a huge role in the animated series. On February 25, 2018, the first 2 episodes of Season 1 premiered at the New York International Children's Film Festival. The first season was released as a Netflix miniseries. On September 21, 2018, the show was renewed for a second season on October 8, 2018, due to it being widely accepted by the viewers. On February 22, 2020, the first and third episode of Season 2 premiered at the New York International Children's Film Festival. It was then released on Netflix on December 14, 2020. Each season is based on the Hilda books. Season 1 is an adaptation of Hilda and the Midnight Giant, Hilda and the Bird Parade, and Hilda and the Black Hound. And Season 2 is an adaptation of Hilda and the Stone Forest, with adaptation from some of the previously mentioned books that were used for Season 1. An 85-minute movie based on Hilda and the Mountain King entered production in 2019, and was released on December 30, 2021. The show follows Hilda as she wakes up to find herself trapped in a troll's body, while another creature takes her place in her home. Season 3 is set to pick up from the end of the Hilda and the Mountain King movie. It was first announced in a now-deleted tweet by the voice of Woodman, Akko Mitchell, on June 9, 2021, that the third season for Hilda is in production. It was later confirmed by Silvergate Media on October 10, 2021, that the show was in production for Season 3. On November 19, 2021, Silvergate Media then announced that after the third season there will be no more season made for the series. But why is a critically acclaimed show like Hilda being cancelled after showing signs of being successful after winning 11 out of 19 awards it was nominated for? Well, it is too soon to say. Probably Silvergate Media and Pearson feel like it's time to end the series at Netflix. We can't tell, seeing that Season 3 hasn't started as yet, and it was recently announced that the show will be cancelled after Season 3. But let me know your explanation for the show's cancellation if any one of you watching this video has any idea to why the show is being cancelled. For now, thanks for watching.